It's a horrific story to start on.
Yeah.
This shooting over in Texas, but can you give us a bit more details on what's come out overnight?
Yeah, so this is really grim news to wake up to this morning. School shooting in west of San Antonio in Texas, a small town called Uvalde, Texas. There's about 16,000 people in it. That's about the size of Malahide in Dublin or Carrigaline in Cork, just to put that in context. There are at least 21 people dead, 19 of them children. And they are aged, they haven't given an exact age, but it's the 2nd, 3rd and 4th grade in primary school, what's known as elementary school in the US. So those are aged between 6 and 9 years of age. So really, really shocking stuff. The shooter, he's been named by some outlets in the US as Salvador Ramos. He's 18 years old. He went on the rampage after killing his own grandmother, and he was taken out by the people who were the law enforcement that were responding to it. So really, really shocking stuff. The worst school shooting since the 2012 Sandy Hook massacre in Connecticut.
In a primary school.
At a primary school, really young kids that were murdered in that scenario. I mean,
and the Parkland school shooting, that was 14 high school students who were in high school. That was in Florida, and that's in 2018.
2018.
So they've had a 4-year break for these mass shootings in America, but we've had COVID in that time.
Yeah, we have. But they've dozens. Like, I was looking over, they've actually had way more school shootings than I realised.
Oh, yeah, they
in
have
the last
them
few
all
years.
the time. Yeah.
And, you know, we just had those people murdered in Buffalo, New York last week. So, again, we hear these calls for tighter gun regulations, and apparently Joe Biden was booed when that was called for. So
really?
He was booed at a nomination rally in Georgia when he mentioned that. So I mean, what are you dealing with here?
Yeah.
When you have people who will not tighten gun rules.
Because it's written in a constitution that's almost 300 years
old. With these mad originalist Supreme Court judges who think that that is a fixed document that does not change over time.
Yeah, and Joe Biden, you could see it, he was in the news this morning asking why. Why does this happen in this country that every other country has problems with mental health and whatever else?
Domestic abuse issues.
All countries have the same problems, but we don't see this.
And they don't have this scale.
But the gun laws, you know, when do you start to draw the line on this?
If you can't get gun laws to tighten regulations after the death of children, you just fire the US into the sun at this stage.
Yeah, if you look at the mass shooting that happened in the 80s in Australia and Tasmania, a mass shooting, and they banned, like within a week, guns were gone. Unless it was certain kids.
These are kids.
These are babies.
Well, I mean, it's a really horrific story.
I think
this morning.
we just have to leave that there, and it's just so unbelievably sad.